Okay. Hello, hello. Should be live now. Can we move this a little bit more to the left? Huh, like this or what? Okay. Can we move this a little bit more to the left? Okay, sounds good. Right. I'm gonna walk through the code I did in a bit. Right now, I'm just gonna keep coding. Put some Ryan Gosling, literally me music on. No. The fuck is this? None of this is the actual, literally music. This is it. It's called Memory Reboot Sonar. Yes, that's what we need to code at the evening. This is it. Not that slot. Okay, it's fun. Right, so it's sick, so don't mind me. We're trying to correctly set up the initialization for the environment, or at least I'm trying, not we're trying. I'm gonna walk through everything later on, but now I just wanna finish this. I made this data processing, IPYNB, different causes for different data processing. Just gonna switch to do English. Only take in reoccurring schedule in calendar. This way we're gonna only take in when we like process the calendar. Like imagine you have a Google Calendar, right? So let's see if we have work schedule. Looks like this. Okay, you can't fucking read this, but just imagine it's a work schedule, right? If you have a one-time dentist appointment, that shouldn't change the way the human bot puts your things in the week, unless you want to write the bot in the way. But I want to write the bot in the way where it just returns a calendar, okay? It shouldn't be like every week you have to do it. It's just to give you like a one-time solution, and for that, it shouldn't focus on one-time meetings or something. It should just fit on your reoccurring things, like your 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. work, or, well, it's not a very human thing. Let's say 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That sounds reasonable. But yeah, so let's get back to the environment we're defining. So structure of inline local function is good for setting up the environment with the primary state. So in case of the actual implementation of the environment state based on iCal data. Currently you have defined what the state in action looks like, but you haven't processed the iCal data to set the initial state of the calendar, which times are already occupied on the input calendar data. This processing is crucial to start the environment and yeah, okay. Okay. But I want to process the iCal data separate or separately? Am I retarded? Separately? No, this is wrong. This looks wrong. This is going to be wrong. Separately. No, it's right. Okay, I'm fucking stupid. Okay, I want the brokers to separate. the more I look at it, the more wrong it looks like, but it's right. Do you know this feeling when you like look at a word for a really long time and you start to question if it's a real word? Maybe I've just been maybe I'm just too sick. Whatever. Separately inside of the data processing IPYNB. Now we're just gonna take it and we're gonna input it right here. I'm gonna say complete. Oh, I'm just gonna set it in here. Let GPT do the code, because this is how you code nowadays. This is how the should be processed. Probably should use a data frame, right? So, what I'm thinking right now is, okay, we have our, put this right here. So we have our calendar, right, with our schedule. Let's just imagine that the week only has 3 days because I'm too lazy to draw every single day. And now I want to split it up in the time slots, right, and they're all the same across the week. And we only want to use the time slots between here and here. And now what we need to do is we need to extract the time slots that are taken by reoccurring themes. So we need to do that in the data processing. And the question is, how would I store the information of which time slots are taken? And the way I would do this is by saying I might need to round up as well. I need to round this in any way, because if the work takes you 8 hours and 5 minutes, then the 10 time slot for after 8 hours is still taken up. Whatever. So I'm wondering if the best way to represent this is a matrix or a data frame. I think it's a matrix, really. To be a matrix. I think it should be a matrix. What is the best way? Wait, how did we like do it here? How did we define the state space? Is this a matrix or what is? What the fuck is this actually? It's a good question. Gym space object. I don't care about the task queue. I only care about the calendar state. It's a 2-day matrix. Okay. 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 So I want to convert the ICO calendar we intake into the same representation we have the calendar state, ergo a 7x84 matrix with each slot representing each number they show 0 and 1s depending if they are occupied or not. Here's what I want the data processing function for the icon data to do. Intake calendar, slice off any info before an 8. If event only and only happens once specific recurring event. Slots to be represented as empty. Now next. No. To someone texted me. If someone know the matrix the base trees to This should give out the matrix. This should give out everything we need, right? I don't think we need to do anything else. Yeah, I know what I need to do. I want you to do it. I don't want to use pseudocode. I'm actually going to send him write the action. Use this. I'm gonna send him the work schedule ICS. And let me cook. Let him cook.
Digga, ich sag dir ehrlich, ne? An sich, meine Aufgaben haben alle funktioniert. Weitestgehend. Also mir ist eine Sache aufgefallen, was ich einfach nicht verstehe. Und zwar, ich habe halt quasi, du brauchst halt für die eine Scheiße, für die Oberfläche von irgendeinem Scheißkegel, brauchst du halt diese Schräge an der Seite vom Kegel. Und die habe ich berechnet, kam da wahrscheinlich auf ein ganz falsches Ergebnis raus. Ich verstehe nicht wie. Weil ich habe jetzt gerade alles runtergebrochen und ich habe jetzt quasi die Höhe von dem Kegel als Variable, die sie geben. Da kann ich keinen Fehler machen. Habe das als Math Power hoch 2, weil ich brauche es als ein Quadrat und dann komme ich auf das Ergebnis. Ich verstehe nicht. Die Welt, ich bin ehrlich.
So. Slot index, data frame. Covered hour, 2 slots, alright. They should always come in this example. I am not actually sure if it comes in this format. Maybe when we generate the random data. We should change the way this works. That is problematic. Did it even get summarized with our rule? I don't think so, I did. Okay, this random data is trash actually because the events don't make sense because they're not set as reoccurring events. What I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna manually create data. because this is not working. So we have some calendar here. Alright, so we're gonna take this right here. So calendar. What can I log out of this calendar? How the fuck do I export it later? Okay. The states. Someone asked me. The states are well, the best is a bit complicated. I have two states that I defined. So for once, I have defined a task queue. The task queue is just a simple list of binary list, which defines if task has already been allocated or not, and the agent is going to perform tasks until all tasks are allocated. And the calendar state space is just a matrix with a 7 times 84, because I divided each day into 84 time slots of 10 minutes, and there are 7 days in a week. And the matrix basically describes the amount of time that has already been occupied. And the agent is going to allocate time in empty time slots that are zeros in the matrix until all tasks are allocated. That's all states I have to worry about. And a real state is the current state of the matrix and the task queue, like everything together. So that's basically the state space. A state space will intake amount of tasks that still need to be done. The tasks itself are obviously as well state space. I'm going to I'm not entirely sure if I have to find a better way to link the tasks that need to be done to which tasks actually need to be done. I think I was going to do it in a way where I would start with the biggest tasks and work my way down the easier tasks. Maybe I need to like somehow encode in this state itself which tasks have already been allocated. But that's how this state would look like. And after an action, a step, we would have allocated another task inside of the matrix. So what I'm doing right now is I'm writing a script that will convert an ICS file into a 7 by 84 matrix to show which. So basically, the calendar is full of the events that the person already has, and I'm going to convert that. So I already get from the beginning inside of my state, my initialized state, which time slots are even open anymore. The only problem with that is that GPT cannot correctly work with ICS data, so I have to do it a bit more manually. And apparently it's a bit more complicated than the easy one I generated, my random generator one, because here I just basically did singular events per week. This is shit basically. I can delete all of this. And I'm going to now, just for testing purposes, generate a completely new calendar. And I'm not sure about all the options that are possible to encode inside of an ICS file, because the problem is I need to, this agent needs to work with any kind of ICS file, and it will work, but only if the file gets properly processed in the data processing. And for it to get properly processed, it just needs to fulfill these 4 things. We need to take the calendar. We don't want to do anything before 8 or after 22, that's sleep time. And if an event only happens once, we don't consider it, only reoccurring events. And I want the matrix to change every number that is already occupied to a 1. Also, we also want to round up. And if we do this, then we get in matrix, and from there on out it's easy. This is just going to be a bit of a struggle because I need to understand how ICS data actually works. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm a bit sick. It's literally me. Alright, so in order to test or fuck around with ICS data, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a calendar and I'm going to intake a bunch of bullshit and we're going to see what it does. So we're gonna start at fucking Mondays, 8. We're gonna details, so it's gonna be work. We're gonna do work until 4 p.m. We're going to do this Mondays to Fridays forever. And we're also going to write some bullshit in here. So, and some bullshit in here. So we basically get to do this. And why the fuck did it not work? Oh, I put it here. So in random calendar. Random calendar details. 8, 4 p.m. every week, forever. Random bullshit. Random bullshit. Random bullshit. Work. Actually, I'm